Hey, this is Brandon here from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called heel walks. All right, this exercise, this is more of a preventative based exercise for athletes that run, and the goal here is to try to help prevent some compartment syndrome and overall just improve ankle mobility and keep the calves nice and happy while there's a lot of high running volume. This exercise can be done as a warm-up, as a cool down, superset it in your strength and conditioning programs, or even just done in between sets of running. And it's very, very simple. You just need some space. So what you're going to do is have your athlete or yourself stay on your heels, pull your toe towards your face. Okay, so we're going to actually dorsiflex our foot, keep it in this position, and then we're just going to walk on our heels nice and slow. And you can walk in circles, you can walk back and forth. I just have my athletes walk up and down the turf, making sure that their toes pulled towards their face the entire time, and they're actually feeling that tib anterior, or the front musculature here, the front of their lower leg, start to catch on fire. But it's also teaching them to stay heel heavy throughout their gait, which if you know any kind of runners, they like to stay on their toes a lot when they walk or they do things. So again, this is not an overly complicated activity or drill, but again, it's more for preventative maintenance and strengthening that tib anterior and lengthening the calf musculature. Since they do not do that very much, they're always running for high miles, we're trying to figure out a way to reverse that action. So this is an exercise I like to implement with athletes that have tremendously high running volumes. Their feet are bothering them, their calves are tight. They're just showing signs and symptoms that their lower leg is starting to see some wear and tear. And this is a very easy drill that you can do every single day if you're a distance runner or athlete. But also on top of that, if you just are dealing with some kind of lower leg issues, you can implement it. I personally program this in between the sets of like our RDLs, our split squats, or even at the tail end of training sessions when we start doing abdominals, some extra shoulder work, some extra hamstring work. I pair this together into supersets and trisets and use it as a way, as a form of active recovery, but still actually getting something from that active recovery. So when you do this, I would recommend doing this at first for about 30 seconds. Then you can build up as needed. I would say the goal is to try to build up to a minute. You could also program this for distance if you absolutely wanted to as well, which is totally fine. But I would say starting off with 20 to 30 seconds, building up to a minute in duration. And then the other way that you can progress this exercise is to walk faster, so you're covering more distance over time. The key thing here though is just to make sure that you're always staying on your heels and your toes are always pulled up. You never want to let them down. And that's going to make them isometrically strong in the front, but also just make sure that you're not getting rest in between that time. So again, very easy drill. Feel free to implement it, see if it happens to help your lower legs, whether it be compartment syndrome, tight calves, ankle mobility, or just improve the way your feet feel from high mileage running. Any questions, just let me know in the comment section below. Thanks, have a great day.